अष्टदश श्री श्रीमद शील भक्ति सिद्धांत प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। श्री श्री मायापुर नवदी धाम की जय। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। गंगा माँ यमुना देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री प्रपाद बुक डिस्क्रिप्शन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंद हरे हरि बोल। ऑल ग्लोरी टू संबल ड्यूटी हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरी टू संबल ड्यूटी हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरी टू हरे कृष्णा। ऑल ग्लोरी टू ऑल श्री गुरु एंड गौरांगा गुरु श्री प्रपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारणे समस्त देशतारणे श्री प्रपाद की जय। श्री गुरुवंदन का अनुवाद इस प्रकार है। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल एक मात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धापूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है। कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले चेतना शुद्ध करूँ। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि जो पूर्ण करती है वे मेरी बंद आंखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेम भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। यदि शास्त्रों के चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव हे प्रभुपाद करुणाशीलता आत्मा के मित्र आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन है। हे गुरुदेव हे प्रभुपाद मुझ पर दया कीजिए। मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों को में फैला जाए। गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj ji ki. We like to welcome Maharaj by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Maharaj has been serving this society for almost 4 decades now. Maharaj got connected to ISKCON when he was in Canada. Maharaj has served in many positions globally. Maharaj was in the management in Canada, and then Maharaj moved to Delhi on the request of his Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj thereafter moved to Vrindavan, where he has been serving in different positions for almost 3 decades now. And currently, Maharaj is the co-president of Vrindavan ISKCON Temple. His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj ji ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Good morning, everyone. Just give me a couple of minutes here. Which verse are we're doing here? It's the verse that you gave to me? 28? Is that your verse you are regularly? No. Okay. Okay. Sure. 28. Hare Krishna, just give me a few minutes. 10.31.28. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. You can play, you can play. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Sodanandana Braja Janardana. Yasodanandana Braja Janardana. Yasodanandana Braja Janardana. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Yamuna Tera Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Sodanandana Braja Janardana. Yasodanandana Braja Janardana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tera Banachari Yamuna Tera Banachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnavatale Shimti Gopal Krishna Goswami Tamani Prabhupada Sahityam Yapakasha Vitiracha Vacharan Kirvanshadagat Pati Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyabhali Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Se Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Sirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri ISKCON Dwarka. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kipasindubhya evacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from 10th Canto, the Saman Banam, Chapter 30, the Gopis' Search for Krishna. Text 28. Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Harir Ishvara Yano Bihaya Govinda Prito Yang Anayadraha Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Hari Ishvara Yanno Bihaya Govinda Prito Yang Anayadraha Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Hari Ishvara Yanno Bihaya Govinda Ito Yang Anayadraha. Matajis Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Hari Ishvara Yanno Bihaya Govinda Pito Yang Anayadraha. Word for word meaning. Anaya, by her. Aradita, perfectly worship. Nunam, certainly. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Hari, Lord Krishna. Isvara, the supreme controller. Yat, inasmuch as Naha, as Vihaya, rejecting Govinda, Lord Govinda, Prita, pleased, Yam, whom, Anayat, led, Raha, to a secluded place. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. Certainly this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead, Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. Everybody please repeat. Certainly this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead, Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti explains that the word Aradhita refers to Srimati Radharani. He comments, the sage Sukadev Goswami has tried with all endeavor to keep her name hidden, but now it automatically shines forth from the moon of his mouth that he has spoken her name is indeed her mercy. And thus the word Aradhita is like the rumbling of a kettle drum sounded to announce her great good fortune. Although the gopis spoke as if jealous of Srimati Radharani, they were actually ecstatic to see that she had captured Sri Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti quotes the following detailed description of Srimati Radharani's footprints as given by Srila Rupa Goswami in his Sri Ujjvala Nilamani. At the base of the large toe of her left foot is the mark of a barley corn. Below that mark is a disc. Below the disc is an umbrella. And below the umbrella is a bracelet. A vertical line extends from the middle of her foot to the juncture of her large and second toes. At the base of the middle toe is a lotus. Below that is a flag with a banner, and below the flag is a creeper, together with a flower. At the base of her small toe is an elephant goad, and upon her heel is a half moon. Thus there are 11 marks on her left foot. At the base of the large toe of her right foot is a conch shell, and below that a spear. At the base of the small toe of her right foot is a sacrificial altar. Below that an earring, and below the earring a spear. Along the base of the second, third, fourth, and small toes is the mark of a mountain, below which is a chariot, and on the heel is a fish. Thus altogether there are 19 distinguishing marks on the soles of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Srimati Radharani K. Shri Krishna K. Oh, not as the same as Srimati Radharani? Again, Shri Krishna K. There you go. Anyay radito nunang bhagavan hari ishvara yano vihaya govinda pritoyam anayadraha. So as the title of this chapter, the Gopis' search for Lord Krishna, this is the most intimate part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, starting from chapter 28. There are 5 major chapters that describes these pastimes of the Supreme Lord with the Gopis, and in particular with Srimati Radharani. Usually in India, this is the topic whereby those who want to jump immediately in this part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Rasa Leela, they would discuss. But rarely we will be discussing this topic because it is very intimate and only those who are in the liberated stage that they can understand this very clearly. But because tomorrow is Srimati Radharani's appearance day, Radha Astami, and we discuss. Otherwise, we'll be just discussing more of the tattva, like the Bhagavad Gita or other parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada says that we have to understand first the position of Krishna. That's why in the beginning we focus, and even every day we read the Bhagavad Gita. And whenever Srila Prabhupada will give a lecture in big assembly, thousands, he will speak on the Bhagavad Gita. First, we have to be familiar, or we have to understand or realize first the position of Lord Krishna being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the living entities are His parts and parcels. We are all His servants. Rarely that Srimati Radharani will be mentioned. Even in this verse, indirectly, Sukadeva Goswami mentions the name of this personality who worship the Supreme Lord, the topmost worshipper. The Gopi says here, certainly this particular Gopi. How is that? The Acharya says that Sukadeva Goswami is the parrot, pet of Srimati Radharani, Shuka. And being a 16-year-old boy, he was chosen by the assembly in the place where Parikshit Maharaj was about to die within 7 days. So the news spread all over the universe, and they chose a 16-year-old boy. How is that? Narad Muni was there, Vyas was there, Angira Muni, Agastya Muni, Pulasya Muni, all the Munis, all the yogis, all the sages, saintly personalities of the entire universe met in that place. But why is it that they asked Sukadeva Goswami? Because he's a liberated soul. There was this pastime of Vyasadeva that he was passing by where the young ladies, they were taking bath, and immediately they covered themselves. They took their clothes. But when Sukadeva Goswami was walking, passing by the same place, for them, they didn't matter. They didn't care. They didn't go and run for covering their body. Sukha means a parrot. And here, the Acharya says that there is practically no Gopi's name mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, except Mother Yasoda or Mother Rohini. Have you heard Lalita's name there in the Srimad Bhagavatam? Or Vishaka? Or any of the other Gopis? What to say of Srimati Radharani? If somehow Radharani's name is mentioned, then Sukadeva Goswami will fell into ecstasy. He will feel unconscious that the Srimad Bhagavatam will not be able to be finished. And what will happen to Parikshit Maharaj? he will not be able to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, and this bird, snake bird, will bite him. So here it is mentioned how this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all-powerful personality of Godhead. Srimati Radharani, she is the topmost devotee. She is the topmost worshipper of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is Shakti, Man. He is the source of all Shaktis, of power or energy. Namely, categorized, we've heard, 3 categories. This Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. This Antaranga Shakti means the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, being governed under the supervision of Yoga Maya. And here in the material world, this is another energy of the Supreme Lord, Bahiranga Shakti, the material potency, being governed under the supervision of Durga Devi. So Durga Devi and Yogamaya, the same. Is Shakti. And the source of all Shakti is Lord Krishna. But Srimati Radharani, she is the topmost energy of the Lord who can please Krishna the most. Who can give Krishna the highest bliss. She is the personified Haladini, Haladini Shakti. No one can please, no one can serve Krishna better than Srimati Radharani. Actually, all of the service being offered to the Supreme Lord, Srimati Radharani, without her blessings, will not be able to serve Lord Krishna. And when she sees a devotee doing very nice service, without self-interest, without ulterior motive, she will tell Krishna, oh, this devotee is very nice. You please accept this devotee. And Krishna will never say no. This is how powerful she is. Have you seen a picture of Krishna like massaging the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani? We all want to serve Krishna, but Krishna wants to serve Radharani. So how much love Srimati Radharani is having? Krishna means all attractive, but how is it that he is attracted to Radharani? So who is more powerful? Radharani. The energy. You cannot separate the Shaktiman and the Shakti. They're the same, in a sense. They're one personality, one soul, one mind, one consciousness, but divided into 2 personalities. Krishna is Atmaram. He is fully satisfied. Atmaram means fully satisfied. But still, he says, without Radharani, there is no Krishna. And there is one Vaisnavacharya. He says, if I go to in one place and Krishna is there, but if Radharani is not there, I will not go there. You cannot separate Krishna and Radharani. Just like an example is given, just like the sun and the sun rays. As soon as we see the sun rays early in the morning, it's understood that the sun is there coming up on the horizon. So similarly, when we see Krishna, he's never alone. He's always with a devotee, either a cow or his flute, another personality. The Gopis, they were envious of the flute. What kind of pious activity is the flute, the bamboo flute? must have performed in the past that he's always being touched by the lotus lips of Krishna, unlike us. We're always hankering for that lotus lips to be kissed by us. So in this very, very important chapter, the gopis, they were searching for Lord Krishna. When Krishna played his flute in the middle of the night, then the gopis, they will run to the place where Krishna is playing the flute. They will even leave their families behind. Some of them already married. They have children. Because in Vedic culture, even at the age of 4 or 5 or 6 or 8, the girl can be married to a young boy. So some of them, they were serving their family and they will give up. That's why they are the best. They are the topmost devotee of the Supreme Lord. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us, instructed us to follow in their footsteps. The Brajabasis. They will not care whether Krishna is God or not. Sometimes they will think, oh, maybe he's a demigod. Or maybe he's Narayan himself. Like the cowherd men. When they will meet in the evening, they will talk to Nanda Maharaj. Who is this boy? Who is this son of yours? We cannot figure it out. Who is he? So, the gopis, they break all the moral, all the social, everything. Every values they break just for Krishna, to be with Krishna, to serve Krishna. And therefore, they want to please Krishna. They don't want to enjoy Krishna. This is the different. Material world, we want to enjoy for ourselves. The spiritual world, we want to give pleasure to Krishna. This is the difference. In the spiritual world, everyone wants to give joy to Lord Krishna, to Lord Vishnu, to Lord Narayan. They don't care for themselves, whether they'll be happy or not, it doesn't matter. As long as Krishna or Lord Narayan is happy, that is their pleasure. That is their happiness. So even in the middle of the night, they will go. In Vedic culture, you will never find a young lady or a woman walking in the street. No. But nowadays, in the middle of the night, you see them everywhere. They party. You go to the West, 1 o'clock in the morning, because sometimes you come back late at night from the program. It's amazing how these young people, they are present. It's like they're very alive. 10 o'clock in the evening means happy hour. But in Vedic culture, no. As soon as the sun goes down, you will never see a lady or a girl or a woman in the street. But the gopis, they broke their rule, that rule. They went to see Lord Krishna. So when Krishna plays his flute, the moving entities, they stop moving. Even Yamuna will stop. The calves sucking the udder of their mother, they will stop. They want to hear this flute playing. So when Lord Krishna calls them with his flute, the sound of the flute, everyone, all the gopis came. But then when he danced with them, everyone was thinking that Krishna is only with me alone. Krishna is only with me alone. So when they met, Krishna wanted to also enjoy with one particular gopi. And that gopi is none other than Srimati Radharani. Krishna disappeared. First, he called them, and then they met, and then he disappeared. The feeling of separation is more intense. It is more actually the kind of happiness that one feels when one is separated from his beloved. It is more intense. It's higher than the meeting. It's called Vipralamba and then Sambhoga. Vipralamba means separation. So when Lord Krishna disappeared from their sight, the gopis, they became mad. They became mad. Unmada. It is not the same madness in the material world. That madness made them more think of Krishna. In the material world, when one is mad, he forgets everything. He forgets himself and he doesn't care for anybody. And sometimes you need few men to control a mad person. And to control him, they have to put injection also. Yeah? But these gopis, when they notice that Krishna is not with them anymore, they started to perform his different pastimes. They remember his different pastimes. Killing of Putana, destroying the cart demon, killing Trinavarta, the whirlwind demon. Krishna will kill every day so many demons, 2 or 3 demons every day. It did not mention in the Srimad Bhagavatam, otherwise we'll be hearing demon killing and we will not be able to reach this part of Srimad Bhagavatam. Acharya says he would kill between 2 or 3 demons every day. And he lived in Vrindavan for almost 11 years. So almost 11,000 demons were killed by Lord Krishna. And most of these stories are in the Swargaloka. Not all part of the Srimad Bhagavatam is that what we are hearing here. Some of them also, some of the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Purana, history of the world, is in the Swargaloka. So now, the gopis, they were performing. It says that they think that they are Krishna. When they're performing these pastimes, like Putana, feeding Krishna with a poison, one gopi will also think that she is Krishna, sucking, imitating the sucking of the breast, the nipple of Putana. Did not really do that, but they were imitating. So they think they are Krishna. But this is not the same as the Mayavads or the impersonalists thinking that they become one with the Supreme Lord, with Brahman. And therefore, after later on, they started to ask different living entities. They started to ask the trees, have you seen Krishna? And of course, the trees doesn't reply. So they were thinking, oh, this tree is with our Lord, with Krishna. So let's ask others, like Tulsi Devi. Because Tulsi Devi is always with Lord Krishna. So let us ask Tulsi Devi. She's a female tree. The male tree will not, no, they will not reply to us. So let us ask the flowers, like female flowers, jasmine, champaka, different flowers, plants. No, there is no reply. Now, also, they ask different animals. They saw this deer, the doe, female deer, the wife of the male deer. And as if the doe knows where is Lord Krishna. Because if you've seen a deer, he'll go sometimes, he'll go look like this. Yeah? So the gopis were thinking, oh, maybe the deer will tell us where Krishna is. Because like here, come with me, come with me. Telling to the gopis. But then again, the deer disappeared. And then they saw two sets of footprints. Two sets of footprints. One, of course, is Lord Krishna. First they saw Lord Krishna's lotus feet. But then later on they saw another. And then later on, they saw the other two sets of feet, they disappeared. So they understood that this gopi is very, very fortunate. And they figured out that this other set of feet is none other than Srimati Radharani. And then Lord Krishna carried her on his shoulder. So now there is a description here of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. They were not jealous, it says here. They were not jealous of Srimati Radharani. Jealousy is not there in the spiritual world. There is no envy, there is no jealousy in the spiritual world. Only in the material world. As Prabhupada says, these 6 enemies that we have, anarthas: lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy. Everything can be dovetailed in Krishna consciousness except envy. Envy means you have something that I don't have, and I want to have it also, but better than what you have. And I will do anything and everything to surpass you, even to kill you. Well, this is the material world. In the spiritual world, there is no envy, but there is a competition in the spiritual world. Who can serve Krishna the most? And serving Lord Krishna, others excel than others. And they will ask, it's like if one gopi knows the best how to make beautiful garland for Lord Krishna, she will share that knowledge to others to make also a good garland for Lord Krishna. So in Bhakti, if you know something which is good that you are doing, let's say book distribution, you're a good book distributor, we share that to others. If you don't share that to others, you'll become envious. In Krishna consciousness, there is no secret. If you know how to cook or make the best gulab jamun, you should teach that to others. Otherwise, you will be envious. Yamuna Mataji, she was the first one to learn how to cook from Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada told her that I will teach you how to cook, but you must also share this to others. That's why she wrote this very thick book, yeah, like Indian cuisine, Vedic cooking. If you don't teach others, then you'll become envious. This is not good. So, in the spiritual world, there is a spiritual competition. And it says here that although the gopis spoke as if jealous of Srimati Radharani, they were actually ecstatic to see that she had captured Sri Krishna. In the spiritual world, everyone is pushing one another to go and get closer to Lord Krishna. And they're pushing Srimati Radharani. All the gopis are pushing Srimati Radharani to be as close, as much as possible to Lord Krishna. So here we were given, let me see, a description of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Right lotus feet are 8 most auspicious marks. Sacrificial altar, mountain, conch, earring, club, chariot, spear, fish. Left lotus feet or left lotus foot. 11 most auspicious marks. Barley corn, disc, up curving, line, lotus, umbrella, elephant goad, flag, bracelet, flower, creeper, half moon. The Supreme Lord's lotus feet and his eternal concerts and all the Vishnu Tattvas and even great personalities, they have a very beautiful feet compared to lotus flower. The body, the transcendental form of the Supreme Lord is compared to a lotus flower. Everything. Lotus hands, lotus lips, lotus eyes, lotus mouth, lotus feet, lotus navel. Everything lotus. Even the devotees also worship the lotus feet of the spiritual master, being representative of the Supreme Lord. It says that at the time of the initiation, the spiritual master implanted his lotus feet to the heart of the disciple to worship. Most worshipable. And when we meditate on the Supreme Lord, we usually meditate on his lotus feet. Taking shelter of the lotus feet means accepting his supremacy, accepting his instructions, accepting that he is our only shelter. We chant that every day, isn't it? The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can cross the ocean of material sufferings. So lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, very, very wonderful. And we can describe that. Says here, descriptions and the location of the imprints on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani based from the, let me see here. From Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi by Srila Prabodhananda Sarasvati Thakur. It's quoted in Ujjwala Nilamani by Srila Rupa Goswami. Let me see if I can find a better description. Okay. Barley corn. This is in the right foot. This mark signifies that his devotees, no, this is Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna also having, hold on, we'll look for Srimati Radharani's. Okay. Actually, in Radhastami, we're not supposed to show Radharani's lotus feet in the temple, the deity. This is also Vedic etiquette. Only the husband can see, practically, should be. You will not see Radharani's lotus feet, except if you go to Vrindavan. We have that exemption in Vrindavan, that you can see lotus feet the whole day. And especially we have 10 o'clock Artik, whereby special darshan. Okay, the right feet of our Sriji. You see, he has many names. Sriji, one of them. Conch shell depicts the devotees who solely take shelter of lotus feet of Radharani and Krishna are victorious. So both Krishna's lotus feet, one of them, they have conch shell. Conch shell means like for victory. Remember the start of the Battle of Kurukshetra? What's the name of the conch of Lord Krishna? Panchajanya. We have one of our dearmost disciple, one of the dearmost disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada gave him the name Jai Pataka, also for flag. This is for victory. Flag is victory. Conch is also victory. Sriji protects them from all turmoils, and they are fearless owing to strength of the shelter of her lotus feet. So again, if we take shelter of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, having the conch mark on the right foot. Chariot. When a devotee fixes the mind on the chariot of Radharani's lotus feet, it easily becomes our friend in devotional life and wins all the tests thrown by Maya Devi. Chariot. So we should fix our mind on the chariot of Radharani's lotus feet. Lotus feet always moving also. Lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So it's like chariot. Mountain represents Giriraj, Govardhan Parvat, who is very dear to Sriji. Girirajji is always in shelter of Sriji and serves her lotus feet with ecstatic love and devotion. When Lord Brahma, along with the demigods, they went to the shore of the ocean of milk, Shir Sagar, because the burden of the earth is so much. Not just the earth, the burden of the universe. So they asked Lord Brahma to speak to Lord Vishnu, Kshir Dakashai Vishnu, who resides in Kshir Sagar, ocean of milk. Please help to overcome or to be released from the burden of the earth being so many irreligious activities happening, many demons especially. So Lord Krishna decided to descend from this spiritual world. Lord Krishna says, yes, I will come. And then he told Srimati Radharani that I'm going to the material world. So I want you to come. And Radharani says, no. I don't want to come. Material world, no. I will rather stay here. But somehow or other, he was able to persuade Srimati Radharani. And Radharani says, 2 conditions. 2 conditions. That I also want Giriraj to be there. Because Giriraj, there is no lifting of Giriraj in the spiritual world. There is no King Indra. There is no Lord Brahma in the spiritual world. And she asked another benediction, that the first person that I will have darshan will be you. So that when King Vishabhanu, the father of Srimati Radharani, they were praying, Kirtida Mataji, they don't have any daughter, child. And early morning, he went to Yamuna and he saw a golden lotus flower. And then when he approached that golden lotus flower, within the whirl of the golden lotus flower, he saw a girl, a golden color. This is the color of Srimati Radharani. Gorachana, golden color. And it says that she did not open her eyes for 11 days. So when he saw Radharani, her eyes were closed. And so the news spread that King Vishabhanu, he found a very beautiful golden complexion baby, but her eyes were closed. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So when Mother Yasoda came along with baby Krishna, they were talking in a different room. Krishna started to crawl near the crib of Srimati Radharani. And the first thing that she smelled is Chandan and Tulsi. Because Tulsi and Chandan always on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So when she smelled that fragrance of Tulsi and Chandan, she knew that this is my beloved. And she opened her eyes and she saw Lord Krishna. And then later on, the pastimes, Giriraj also, we've heard the pastimes of Giriraj, Pulascha Muni, carrying Giriraj from a different place, and then, because Giriraj knew also that Lord Krishna will perform his pastimes there. So that mountain is Giriraj Ji. Lolo Giriraj Maharaj Ki! Fish. What the fish is doing? What is the fish doing? Like a fish has no meaning and life without water, fish has to be in the underwater, or in the water. He says that we're like also fish out of the water. We are in the material world. This is not our place of habitat. Our real habitat is in this spiritual world. So we're like fish out of the water. The fish not in the water cannot live. So, similarly, devotees and Krishna don't have a meaning of life without the lotus feet of Sri Ji. Not just us, but also Krishna. Without Radharani being there, we don't have any life. There is no purpose. There is no meaning of life. It also represents the fickle mind. Mind. Chanchala. Hence, we need to take shelter of Nama, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to fix our mind unto the lotus feet of our Swamini Ji. Another name for Srimati Radharani, Swamini. Lali. Yes? Where is that temple in Varshana? Huh? Lali, Lal. Yeah. Lali means Radharani. So we have to fix our mind. So the mind is like a fish, but it has to be fixed. Spare denotes the origin of all Shakti resides in her lotus feet, and hence for those who take shelter of Shriji, her feet protects them and cuts off material attachments. She is the source of all the gopis are expansions of Srimati Radharani. All the queens of Dwarka are expansions of Srimati Radharani. All the goddesses of fortune are also expansion of Srimati Radharani. So we have again to fix our mind. Club. It signifies the taking shelter of Swamini Ji's lotus feet easily destroys the lust residing in the seeker's heart. Pulverized our lusty desires for name, fame, prestige, wealth, attraction to women. We seek shelter of the club on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani to destroy. Club is used for fighting, for destroying. Like Balaramji also was a club. We pray to Lord Balaram also to destroy our anarthas. Same with Srimati Radharani's club on her lotus feet. Homa Kund, Yagya Kund depicts that the fruit and aim of all Yagya, Tapa, Brata is meditation and service of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, Shriji. All the sins and karma of Sriji's dear devotees are burned by the strength of her lotus feet. Earrings. Its tinkling chime attracts Krishna's ear. Markings on the lotus feet of Sriji. Disc. Shelter of Sriji's lotus feet slashes lust, envy, greed, pride, anger, and illusion of material world. Disc. Chakra. This is also one of the weapons of Lord Krishna. A club and a chakra. Club and a chakra is for the non-devotees, demons. But for the devotees, we ask that this also to cut our illusion, our anarthas. Shishupal his head was cut off by the disc. And when Krishna kills the demons, they also get liberated. What to say of the devotees? They ask Srimati Radharani's disc. So Lord Krishna has a disc. See, some of them, these items are present in Lord Krishna's lotus feet and Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. Barley corn. A barley grains provide nutrition to living beings. Is this the same as millet? Huh? Almost the same. Is it? No? What is grain? You know, the farmers, they will eat barleys. They become strong. Exactly, no, sorry. It says, as barley grains provide nutrition to living beings, lotus feet of Sriji provides complete nutrition and life to her devotees. She is the life of the devotees. Bracelet. Exactly like how a bracelet is always worn in the hand, Sriji's lotus feet are always in hand of Krishna, who is massaging them in an emotional state. Umbrella, the beautiful and most powerful lotus feet of Sriji, protects the devotees from material pangs. So you use umbrella when it rains, right? So devotees, they meditate under the umbrella on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani for protection from Maya, from material sufferings and miseries. Upcurving line. Shiji's lotus feet can reach the most fallen Kali Yuga souls like us to pull us back to Goloka Vrindavan, our original abode, in the presence of our Guru and the eternal loving couple, Sri Radha Shyam. Lotus, again, reflects the soft and tender lotus feet of Radharani and Krishna that are soft like lotus petals. They also represent that they always reside in Vrindavan, which is shaped like a lotus. Yeah, Goloka Vrindavan is also in the shape of a lotus flower. Flag declares that Srimati Radharani's devotees are always victorious and there is no fear for them. That flag. Flower. Srimati Radharani's lotus feet are soft like flower and it spreads its fragrance everywhere. Creeper. The creeper of material desire is subdued by taking shelter of Sriji's lotus feet. It also represents that Sriji's feet can easily be found in the forest of Vrindavan. Half moon. As the moon spreads nectar at night, so does Srimati Radharani's lotus feet that provides bliss and satisfaction to her dear devotees. Also, it represents the most or the topmost Vaishnava, Lord Shiva, who has the half moon on his head. Yeah, you've seen that. What do you call this? Crescent. It's not really half moon. It's crescent. Actually, in truth, has decorated his head with Sriji's lotus feet, as she is and Krishna are his most worshipable object. And lastly, elephant goad, used for controlling the elephant. Signifies that the elephant Krishna is only controlled by Radharani. Also, mind, which is like an elephant in making false stories and entangling us to material miseries, is controlled when one takes shelter of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. So again, Srimati Radharani, another name for Krishna is Madan Mohan, he who attracts Cupid. But Radharani's name is that she who attracts the attractor of Cupid, Madan Mohan Mohini. So even though Krishna is all attractive, but Radharani is more attractive, that she attracts Krishna. She who can only control Lord Krishna. It says here, Krishna is Paramniyata or supreme controller, but it is Sri Radha who controls Krishna himself. So, it's very auspicious, and there's no way that we will be able to describe Radharani's love towards Lord Krishna. Only the liberated souls can continuously glorify Srimati Radharani, Radharani's love towards Lord Krishna. We can just glorify her up to the extent that we can also ask her for her blessings, not just only on Radhastami, but every day, especially when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, her name is also in the 16 words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Is equal with Lord Krishna, isn't it? 8 words. Hare came from the word Hara or Radha. So today and tomorrow, Srimati Radharani's glories will be heard and sang all over ISKCON. She's not an ordinary girl. Don't think that she is an ordinary girl. She's very special. Actually, she is the guru of Krishna. She's the one who showed Krishna how to play flute. This is her uniqueness. So we stop here. We can sit down here for many hours, but our limited ability to glorify her is only up to a certain extent. But nevertheless, we should pray to her to bless us to have Guru Bhakti at the same time. She also represents the spiritual master like Lord Nityananda. I will stop here now. Do you have any questions or comment? Yes?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you so for this insightful lecture, for deep lecture. Thank you. Maharaj, my question is that there is like Achinta Veda Ved. There is simultaneously oneness and difference in Radha and Krishna. And we like in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we accept, we worship both Radha and Krishna. But here like we see the footprints of Radharani, they have individual marks and individual marks on the footprints of Krishna.
The what?
In the footprints of Radharani footprints have individual marks, symbols. Krishna's footprints have individual marks, symbols.
Yeah.
Like
Lord Nityananda also, Lord Chaitanya, Advaita Acharya.
Like conchal means taking shelter of Radharani means victory for the devotees. So exclusive taking shelter of Radharani without taking shelter of Krishna, is it bona fide process?
No. Krishna also has a conch. That's why we mentioned earlier that some of these items are also present in Lord Krishna.
So conchal on the lotus feet of Radharani means taking shelter of both Radha and Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you.
Not just you cannot have a picture of Radharani alone. We don't sell picture of Radharani alone in Vrindavan. They have to be together. You cannot worship Radharani without Krishna. That is sahaja. Okay?
Yes, thank you, Maharaj.
You cannot worship. It's like some, they say, oh, I only love Radha. I don't care about Krishna. We cannot do that. We cannot. They're always together.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji, thank you for this magnificent lecture. Maharaj Ji, my doubt is spiritual envy allowed in Krishna consciousness?
Spiritual envy?
Yes, competition among devotees
But
to
that is
serve
not-
Krishna well.
That is not envy. It's spiritual envy, but it is not envy, like what we think of envy. No. That's why we're still here in the material world, because we're still envious. Prabhupada says the whole world is envious of each other. The materialists are envious of the devotees. The devotees, they are not envious of the materialist. But sometimes, one devotee is envious of another devotee. So this is dangerous, because you will commit Vaishnava Parad. And that is the last thing that we cannot afford to do. Vaishnava Parad. You want to go back home, back to Godhead? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you only need two things: to constantly chant the holy name and not criticize anybody, especially the Vaishnava. Criticism is there whenever you are envious. If you are proud, you should not be proud also. The moment you become proud, you become envious.
Okay.
Automatically. It's like in the story of Yamuna. Now I'm teaching you how to cook. And if you say, oh, I'm the best cook, and I will not teach anyone. In Krishna consciousness, there is no secret recipe. We mentioned that, isn't it? In the material world, no, my mother gave me this recipe. I don't give this recipe to anyone.
Okay, Maharaj Ji,
There
thank
is
you.
no envy in the spiritual world. There is only love. The opposite of envy is love. Anything else? Any more question? Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So we stop here now.
His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj Ji ki.
Hare Krishna. Haribol. This is not a show that you have to clap.
We are very thankful to
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna.
Maharaj has specifically come to Delhi to share some of the confidential pastimes of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. This is a very, very auspicious day today. We requested Maharaj to please bless us by being here tomorrow, but Maharaj's heart is in Vrindavan. Everyone who
My
goes...
heart is in Dwarka also, but not tomorrow. I will come back again.
Maharaj is
I was
biased.
here in Gaur Purnima, remember?
Yes, Maharaj. So we'll request Maharaj. Maharaj has already said that he'll be here. His heart is here in Dwarka as well. So we like to thank Maharaj by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj Ji ki Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.